Hello, you fine people of YouTube. Today we're going to learn some basic strategies that will help with the decision making you will encounter in Humankind. These simple concepts are targeted towards beginners, but it never hurts to be reminded of the importance of these concepts. Now, straight to it. Tip 1. Food. In the first moves of the game, we're searching for food, represented by the grain icon. When we gather 20 food, we gain an additional unit. These units are key for quickly gaining more resources. Think about it. The more units we have, the more bodies we have searching for, well, more resources. Sources for food include randomized grain icons spread over the map, hunting animals. For instance, a single mammoth is worth 20 food. That's huge. That's what she said. While a deer will give you 5. Influence, represented by the purple star, will also be gained from hunting animals. A very important resource for establishing your first outpost. Important note, have 2 units stacked when attempting to take on animals. Tip 2. Always think about expanding your empire. It is very easy to get sidetracked in Humankind, so it's important to always think about expanding. Because as the game moves forward, the land will quickly be taken and you don't want to be left with a small plot of land. Of course, it's the influence that allows you to expand. So I personally tend not to spend my influence on civics that don't directly help me out right away. Instead, I try to use that influence and focus it on expansion.
Why was this even a question? Let's keep it simple.
Tip 3. Always develop your resources. There are many luxury resources that can be found in Humankind. Basically, luxury resources will focus on either food, production, money, or science. Each luxury will provide a unique effect, and these effects can stack up by each copy that is exploited. So for instance, salt will provide plus 5 food on all cities when exploited. On top of that, each copy of a luxury resource will provide plus 4 stability on all cities. And if you manage to obtain the Wonder Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the effects can be even further increased. So you can see how exploiting these resources as soon as possible can help grow your empire. Tip 4. Utilize the terrain during battle. The battle system in Humankind is very fun. When engaged in a battle, you can hover your mouse over the enemy to see statistics of the possible outcome if you're to attack a specific unit. If you consider the terrain you're fighting on, you may be able to take advantage of poorly placed enemies. For instance, having high ground, having tree cover, or flanking will give you an advantage. On the other hand, you can make poor decisions and be at a disadvantage, such as when you're attacking from across a river or attacking uphill. What seemed to be an easy battle in the beginning can quickly turn hard due to poor positioning, so pay attention to the battlefield. Tip 5. Stay in your era to collect extra fame. Fame is the key resource in Humankind when the game ends. The empire that has accumulated the most fame wins. With that in mind, it is important to try to collect as much fame as possible. To do this, you can overstay your welcome in an era to achieve era stars that are attainable before advancing. And don't forget, wonders also provide 100 fame upon completion. Tip 6. Ensure you're trading. Trading basically allows you to access a resource that is owned by another empire. As mentioned in Tip 3, resources provide unique effects and are worth taking advantage of. Of course, before you can trade, you'll need to have a treaty signed with another empire.
Great things. This will lead to great things.
This bodes very well. Yes, very well indeed.
Tip 7. City cap. Each empire will start with a city cap of 2, meaning you can have 2 cities without having a penalty added. It is possible to go over this city cap. Going over the city cap will cost an increasing amount of influence. Generally, the penalty for being over the city cap by 1 is not that huge. In fact, I'd recommend to keep 1 city over your allotted city cap. You will find ways to increase your city cap as the game progresses. And that brings us to tip 8. Take advantage of independent people. Independent people are the factions that are not empires and do not compete for fame. They're the blue guys on the map. They're peaceful and aggressive independents on the map. If you didn't pay attention to tip 2 and expand enough early on, you'll notice sections of the map being taken over by these independent people. Fortunately, this can still help us grow. Oftentimes, if you act fast enough, you can just go to war with these people and take their land from them. Sometimes you can just walk over their city and just take it from them. No fighting needed at all. The plus side to this is that it instantly counts as a city. No need to spend influence to evolve it, but be mindful of your city cap. There are a lot of concepts to learn in Humankind, but I feel these 8 little beginner tips will definitely help you with your decision making as you progress through the eras. In my opinion, Humankind is a great game with replayability. And if you found any value in this video, please consider hitting the like button. If you'd like to see more videos from me, hit the sub button, as it helps support the channel and it fills me with a sense of purpose. Spank you kindly, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Peace!